Okay then, Marines, if you're watching this at launch, we're live right now on twitch.tv with Space Marines 2 right now with drops enabled. Don't miss it, links in the description. Let's crack on with the video. Okay then, Marines, welcome back to another video. We are here inside of Space Marine 2 and there is so much going on. The game has now fully launched across all platforms in the early access state, and we have got a load of messages coming from Focus Entertainment as well as the new launch trailer, which you will see in the background. On top of that, we have got somebody from the team at Focus Entertainment, the senior brand manager, a little message from them, as well as the opening numbers before the game's even launched. Two new ideas that are being entertained as must-haves to the devs apparently, and also two new ideas that have been implemented. So we're going to go on in and show you guys everything you need to know. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It would be greatly appreciated. On top of that, we're doing a giveaway of the game. If you want to get your hands on it, it is very, very simple. We're announcing it tonight, so it's your last opportunity to get your hands on this one. Very simple. Head down to the comment section, put a green love heart in the comment section just to show how much you want those Dark Angels to come through, and it'll enter you in. We'll announce it via the giveaway announcement sector of the Discord, link in the description. But let's dive on in and see what's happening right now because I'm getting too excited and over the top. Anywho, Focus Entertainment have tweeted out saying this right here. For those of you guys who have had the encountered issue with EOS on Steam, there is a post that they've put up. Again, link in the description. You can head straight over and download the downloadable files. That solves the installation issue. Very simple, and it runs you through it. Files are completely safe, coming from Focus themselves, so make sure you go ahead and do that if you're having problems. On top of that, to all of you guys who are content creators, you can dive in and conquer the Imperium without fear in Space Marines 2. There's no risk of getting hit with any strikes whatsoever, so you can enjoy the battle. They look forward to watching us purge the Tyranids. There's so much happening. Obviously, in the background, we have got the launch trailer, which is 1:29 long, and bloody hell, they have absolutely smashed this out of the park. Not only is the trailer incredible, the game is absolutely amazing, and I'm personally having so much fun. By this point, for those of you guys who were jumping in on the early access, you're probably in it by now, so make sure you leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know your overall first impressions of the game. Do you enjoy it? Are you not enjoying it? What are your favorite parts? Let's get a conversation going, because apparently, according to this guy right here, who is the brand manager for Focus Entertainment, has obviously seen how much you guys are loving it. He states right here, Space Marine 2 reviews are out, and pardon me if I tear up a little because we worked so hard and it just feels incredible to see the game being so well received. Can't wait for everyone to jump in tomorrow. And obviously, tomorrow has now come and you guys are all available to jump into it. The guys at Focus Entertainment and Saber Games have absolutely smashed this game out of the park. Just in the opening hurdles, as you can see right here via the Steam DB, and this number is growing every minute, so by the time you go onto it, it's going to have changed again. The opening players of just for the early access alone is at 129,928. That is a substantial amount of people. It is very, very nice to see that a Warhammer game is finally getting the recognition that it deserves. As for when it actually does launch full-blown to the entire public, how many of these players counts going to go up to? We'll have to wait and see. We've got at least halfway through to the same amount that Helldivers was at, so it's not going to take that much to be able to push this through. And bear in mind, this is just on Steam. This isn't even everything else going on console. So there are a lot of players playing this game right now. But as far as things that are going to be changed inside of the game has literally just launched, and we have two new must-have ideas from the Ideas tab of the Focus Entertainment website, and two new implemented ones with 1,130 ideas created so far. It's absolutely mental how many ideas you guys have come up with, but these ones are actually relatively interesting. So taking a look at the first two, which are the must-haves, quote unquote, we're going to see exactly what it is that's happening and what's being said to it. So this guy right here posted up 5 days ago stating the classes we have today are awesome, but an area that doesn't seem to be covered is healing. An apothecary unit fills the gap and offers a unique look. Nafcium weapon and playstyle. This could be a great unit in PvE where there are no places to get your health back, whereas in PvP it would allow the devs to tinker more with time to kill. And the response that they got was this one right here, stating, "Hi there, thank you for suggesting this idea. Implementing new classes in the game is an idea we've had already. Just know that this kind of additional content takes time. Thank you." And I love that the fact that they're not saying like, yes, we're getting on this is amazing, we want to have this straight away. They're stating this does take time. It is implementing in some stage of the game, and they are talking about new classes. And to be fair, I do think that some sort of apothecary unit seems to work quite well. There is no healing inside of this game really, and stims are very few and far, so the idea of this one I actually think could work very, very well. And the second must-have that's on here is right here, claiming there is an include for missing heraldry. There are some first found chapters that have been made more or less simplified in what I've seen in the game thus far. I can understand the reasoning behind it, but I also feel like incorporating armor decals shouldn't be too much of a hassle. The biggest one I've noticed are Space Wolves, since the multiplayer trailer showing the Vanguard with the close support symbols utilized by most chapters instead of the Space Wolves personal iteration of the symbol. And you can see right here, red and yellow markings are used to indicate close support packs and are borne by Blood Claws, Swift Claws, Sky Claws, and Inceptors. And I know if I noticed it, others have as well. It doesn't end there though. Space Wolf, Grand Companies, Iron Hand Clans, and White Scars Brotherhoods all have their own symbols that are unique to their chapters. Even the Caracodons have their own aquatic themed symbol. Shoulders, knee pads, and greaves that no one else has. I do not desire shiny medal, tassels, or feathery plumes on my Marines. I just want to see their identity and culture represented faithfully in game. And this one right here says we are planning to have more heraldry customization options in future, so they are obviously got that in mind. This is absolutely amazing that they're communicating to the community this way as well. I think that it's probably one of the better ways to actively communicate with your community. It does seem to work very, very well indeed. On top of that though, there also has been 2 new implementations, which states opt-in out to crossplay PvP. Please allow people to opt in and out of crossplay for their multiplayer instead of locking it to platform. Many of us, myself included, on console wish to play with our friends. You've seen this one beforehand as well, and it states as the response, "Hello, this option to toggle the crossplay on and off is already implemented. Please find the official details below." Yes, full crossplay between Steam, Epic Games Store, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS players will be supported from day one. You will be able to play the campaign and PvE modes without any restriction, but note that for fairness and balancing purposes, crossplay for the PvP mode Eternal War will be split between PC players in one pool, Steam and Epic Games, and console players in the other one. You will also have the option to disable crossplay functionality if you prefer to only play with those in your platform. Now obviously it's been implemented, but it hasn't really been implemented, because I think that this one kind of indicates quite a lot when it comes to the PvP aspect of things. You still aren't able to crossplay with the PlayStation/Xbox and with PC, whether it's on Steam or on Epic Games Store. That's still not available. It's not a toggle on and off. So it has been implemented, but in the same breath, kind of hasn't. I think that there was a bit of a miscommunication and crossed wires with that one, but yeah, for me personally, that's not really been implemented at all. We'll have to see exactly what that one goes into though. And the final one right here states seasons should be able to be buyable, doable whenever, not just during that season. And it states right here, obviously, as the title says, it's pretty damn self-explanatory. And they got a response from admin stating, "Thank you for your idea. The season pass will stay available post-release, so you'll be able to obtain your favorite chapters even after the following season has released," which is absolutely huge. And it's so nice to see that they're actually doing that. There have been a few companies just recently that have enabled it, and Helldivers was one of those that did seem to work out quite well for it. As of right now, it's nice to see that these guys are doing it as well. Hopefully a lot of other companies will fall into suit with this. But reading your top comments from the previous video right here, it states, first one, the biggest mistake people made was assuming that the PvE was going to be like Helldivers 2 and expecting something quite different. That's what is offered, and that's actually a little bit crazy. I don't know why anybody thought that the PvE was going to be anything like Helldivers 2. It's never been stated to that extreme. I don't really understand it. There's a lot more like Aliens Fireteam or something like that, World War Z, that sort of concept game, but I feel like that was quite self-explanatory based on the description of what the game was. The second one right here, obviously for the Emperor and making fun of IGN, which, yes, if you haven't seen that video already, we uploaded this video yesterday with regards to IGN's actual review of it, which was laughable to say the least. And the fire one right here states, into the fires of battle, unto the anvil of war for Lord Vulcan and the Salamanders. I absolutely love the roleplay inside of this game, and it's genuinely made me sit there and think about going down to the Warhammer store, and I might go and get my first input as an adult to the Space Marines army. I'm quite intrigued to see where this one goes, I'm not gonna lie. I already have no time on my hands. Anywho, that's all we got time for today. Let me know everything you guys are thinking with regards to Space Marines 2 and your time in it. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. I appreciate you all. Like, subscribe, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.